Dear brothers and sisters, today let us reflect on a powerful instruction found in 1 Kings 2:7. In this verse, King David is speaking to his son Solomon before his death. David says, "But show kindness to the sons of Barzillai the Gileadite, and let them be among those who eat at your table, for they came to me when I fled from your brother Absalom." This verse may seem simple at first glance, but it carries a deep spiritual lesson about gratitude, loyalty, and remembering kindness. 1. Remember those who helped you. At this moment in the Bible, King David is very old and close to death. He is giving final instructions to Solomon, who will soon become king. Out of all the things David could have said, he remembers one important thing: a man named Barzillai who helped him in a difficult time. When David was running away from his own son Absalom, many people abandoned him, but Barzillai did not. He supported David, provided food and supplies, and helped him survive during that painful time. David never forgot that help. Many years passed, but David still remembered the kindness shown to him. Even at the end of his life, he tells Solomon to honor Barzillai's family. This teaches us an important lesson: a godly person never forgets kindness. Gratitude is a mark of godly character. In today's world, people often forget the good others have done for them. When success comes, they forget those who helped them during their struggles. But David shows us the opposite example. Even though he was a king, he remembered the man who helped him when he was weak and helpless. Gratitude is not just good manners, it is a spiritual quality. The Bible repeatedly reminds us to be thankful. A grateful heart reflects the heart of God. Think about it. How many people have helped us in life? Parents who raised us, teachers who guided us, friends who stood with us in difficult times, people who encouraged us when we were discouraged. God often sends help through people. When we honor those people, we honor God's work in our lives. Number 3, kindness should be rewarded. David tells Solomon not only to remember Barzillai's family, but also to let them eat at the king's table. In ancient times, eating at the king's table was a great honor. It meant protection, respect, and provision. David is teaching Solomon a principle of leadership. Good leaders remember loyalty and reward kindness. God himself works this way. Throughout the Bible, we see that God blesses those who show kindness and faithfulness. Jesus also taught this principle. In the gospel, he said that even giving a cup of cold water in his name will not go unnoticed. Nothing done in love is ever wasted. 4. Kindness in difficult times is never forgotten. Barzillai helped David during a crisis. That is when kindness matters the most. Anyone can support you when you are successful, but true friends stand with you when life becomes difficult. Barzillai did not know that one day David would again become king. He helped David simply because it was the right thing to do. And many years later, that kindness was remembered and rewarded. This reminds us of another spiritual truth. God never forgets acts of kindness. Even when people forget, God remembers. Our lives should reflect this principle. As believers, we should ask ourselves two questions. 1, do we remember the people who helped us? 2, are we willing to help others when they are in trouble? Christian life is not only about prayer and worship, it is also about living with gratitude and kindness toward others. When we show kindness, we become instruments of God's love. Sometimes a small act of kindness can change someone's life. Conclusion with a story. Let me end with a simple story. There was once a poor boy who sold newspapers to survive. One day he was very hungry and weak. He went to a house and asked for food. A young girl opened the door. Seeing the boy's condition, she brought him a glass of milk. The boy drank it gratefully and asked, "How much do I owe you?" The girl smiled and said, "You owe me nothing. My mother taught me never to charge for kindness." Many years later, that same girl became seriously ill. She was taken to a hospital in a big city. The doctor who treated her worked very hard to save her life. After she recovered, she was worried about the hospital bill. But when she received it, she saw a note written at the bottom: paid in full with one glass of milk. The doctor who treated her was the same boy she had helped years earlier. Dear friends, kindness never disappears. It travels through time and comes back in ways we cannot imagine. In the same way, David remembered the kindness of Barzillai and ensured that his family was blessed. Let us therefore live with grateful hearts, remembering those who helped us and showing kindness to others. Because every act of love is seen by God, remembered by God, and rewarded by God. Amen.